Good afternoon. It is, what is it, Tuesday? Tuesday, December 1st, 2020. And here is what we were looking at today, which is basically an upward trend, upward move. Prices kind of ranged, I guess, from like 9:45 Eastern to well, I guess to here. Let's see. Like, look, prices really aren't going above this level right here. So that might be the resistance for the day. And here, down here is kind of like the support. But it was an uptrend. I don't know. I haven't looked to see if there were any. Okay, so this is, wow, I didn't even see this. So this is the move for the day. This is the support down here. And this confirms something, so I guess that's going to be right there. So here, I'm about to go through this because this is what I was playing. Okay, so I'll go through this, and then I'll draw the channel that ended up being the legitimate channel for the day. But this is what I drew at the beginning of the day, and I played this, and it worked out for me. But as we could see from that line I just drew, there was definitely a channel, an upward channel from off these two lows right here. And that would make this trade right here that I marked as aggressive. I don't think that would be aggressive at all because it was off of that trend line. But anyway, we'll take a look. As you can see, overnight, there was a spike into this channel up. And I drew this channel because this is like, this is the midline seems to be holding here. So if we move it down, you can see prices bouncing off that too. Look, prices off that midline. So if you draw it off that from this low to these lows, and also if you just move it to here, that low, prices are bouncing off of it again. Perfectly almost. So that's something to think about, is different traders are going to see it in different ways, and that's why prices might bounce off the trend line here and give you a good trade, or if you have it drawn down here, they might give you a good trade off that. So that's just something to think about. Anyway, here's the open. Let me see. I actually didn't go through this, so I'm going to pause the video and go through this right before the open. Okay, so we do have this move down here at right before the beginning of the day, about an hour prior to the open. Let's take a look at that channel. So I did mark something here. So we have this first entry short, and then we have a failure. So this looks aggressive to me, so maybe I should mark it as aggressive. But it's both. It's right. The entry point would be below the EMA, and this is bouncing off the midline. And we are expecting prices to come back down here. You probably wouldn't have this channel, this green channel drawn yet. So this is the top of the yellow channel, though. So I think this is a good entry. You might have gotten scared when it looks like prices are in congestion right there, but it is taking that failure. It looks like a good entry. Maybe take it off this one after you see this one, I mean. But yeah, it ends up working out. Then prices bounce off the midline, come back, and you get this. Let's see, this is a second entry, failed second entry long, with a really good signal bar. And you wouldn't have this. I guess I actually think I did draw this off the highs. So you might have this trend line down here. But really, you should be drawing it off of this low. So you would have space to scalp out before the bottom of this trend line if you have it drawn off that low. I was playing it like this, though, because it looks like it's responding to the midline more so down there. So there's a failed second entry long. This is a second entry short. Here we have This is actually a second entry long over here. So prices go down there, they bounce, and then you get this big leg up. And especially that's why you want to take this move, even though the signal bar isn't that strong, is because we're expecting another leg up. Let's measure that and see what we got from there. So almost to the tick. When we're looking at this, I mean, eventually it went further. But if you're looking at right here, that's when prices started to bounce down. So that's why I like that, and it's near the EMA, and it's a second entry long. And then we get this small range right here, but I've really been seeing recently that if you see a small range, you probably want to extend the lines over, because prices will bounce in those areas as they did over here. We'll see. But yeah, we get this range, and I didn't see any entries that I liked here. So prices start to continue their move up. This is an upward trend. Probably should have looked for a channel here too. This might be a channel. Might have to draw that over from the highs. Move that down. Yeah, looks like it might be a channel, but we'll leave it like this. So you get a first entry, second entry. Once this broke lower, I actually put my stop above this bar, which is actually 2 ticks above this green signal bar, but I just wanted it to tick above this so that these shorts would be trapped off the midline near the EMA, second entry long. That's why I like this trade. I just figured that people would be going short to try and get it back into congestion. So prices come up here, first entry, second entry. People would have gotten trapped if they went long above that. It's far from the EMA. That's probably why I wouldn't take it. And that's probably the only reason why I wouldn't take it. And it's definitely congestive. 3 bars overlapping. This one's a doji. So yeah, that's congestive. Comes to the top of the channel. I think, this is kind of a flat channel. So people might be going short here. And I'll have to see what Mack has to say about this in his video. That's a trap too. Yeah, I didn't really see that. That's a trap. That is a big time trap. Because look, you have people going short right here, and then you have people here thinking they're going to go long, but that's right into the top of this green channel. So then they get filled on this bar, and then boom. And if you did go short there, which I don't know if you would because that's counter trend, but that's a big move down. And so here we get this big move down, big leg down. It bounces, and you get a failure right here. And why did I take this? Why was I felt really confident about this. Probably just because it's after the channel break. It comes up towards the EMA. It still hasn't made an attempt at a new low. And I just took this failure. As soon as it ticked higher, I just put my stop beneath that, and it did work out. This is a trap right here. That's why I marked it. For no other reason, but it's because it's a failed breakout of this range, these 2 blue lines. Okay, so I did take that. It did work out. Yeah, like a failed breakout of the range too. I probably should have put that there. And then why did I mark this? First entry. Okay, yeah, I marked this because this is a triple test, and it's like a failed break back into congestion. And that's why I like that. Also, your signal would be above the EMA, so I don't know. I just like that entry. It also looks like it's almost like a failed second entry short. It might be considered risky if you have your trend line drawn the way I did. But remember, this really shouldn't be drawn like that. It should be drawn off these lows. So let's see if that's And that makes it look not risky at all because it's off the trend line. Off the trend line, off of this congestion area. I think that's a great move. And it proved to be a great move too. And then prices bounce off the midline and start moving down. And they bounce off this congestion again, which is why I marked this trade. It's just like a failed break back into congestion. And prices, I think people probably looked at this as a range, which is completely understandable. But I did see this slight bias down, so that's why I marked that. And the channel stops holding right here after the break, bounced off the midline. I marked this just because that's it's like a triple top right here across this level. So that's why I marked this trade, a good signal bar. That's pretty dangerous though, now that I'm looking. I mean, well, I think it might be dangerous because if you're looking here, prices didn't make it to the bottom of that channel. And then they come back up here and you have the EMA as support and this top of this channel as support. So maybe this is risky. But it did make that triple top. And if you had, we'll talk about this trade later, but as we saw at the beginning of the video, when I redrew the channel, the main green channel for the day, this was right off of it. And it's also like bouncing off this congestion, bouncing off this midline. So that's why I like that. Then we have this short-term trend that kind of tells me that this downward channel is kind of done. This upward trend, I don't see any entries off that. But then we get a double test up here. First entry long, second entry long. This signal bar isn't that strong, and I'm probably going to delete this. It's away from the EMA. Well, actually, no, I'm going to keep this because this is the first break of that channel. So we are expecting a move to a new high. And we got that. We got one leg up, two legs up. Perfect price action. So I am going to keep that. Second entry long. First break of trend. Cool. So yeah, we have that. And then prices make a double top up here. And this big move down. So let's take a look at that. I don't think I saw this. Okay, yeah, this just happened. So if you were playing that double top, you got a big move down. And that's what I saw for today. So I'm going to back out just so you can see one more time. And then I'm going to redraw my trend line, my main trend line. So this is what I had before. If you come back in, redraw it, it's perfect. It fits so well here. And you get some better moves that you wouldn't have seen off the trend line that I had drawn. So we'll put it right here, and how does the midline look? The midline looks great right there. Look at it holding prices here. Prices act funny here. They bounce off the top, come down. They act a little funny here. And then this move up towards the end of the day, bounces off the midline, comes down here, bounces, makes that double top, and shoots down. So that's definitely more correct. Let's see if we move it. Let's see if we do that. What does the midline look like here? Does this look valid? This could also be valid. But because prices look like they're responding to it. But I'm not sure. Maybe, I don't know. I'm looking at this and how they perfectly touch off of it right there, shoot down. And then they bounce off the opening price. Keep that in mind too. But anyway, that's what I saw for today. So hope you guys had a good trading day, and I will be back for more tomorrow. All right.